Good evening. Welcome. My name is Dr. Staci. I am so excited that you are here this evening or catching our replay. So tonight we're going to do something a little bit different. We used to do Zooms where I would share science and tech for 30 minutes, and then we would do 30 minutes of Q&A. And then we really got into the doctors' interviews and all the practitioners and all of that and the different types of support within the different, components of healing and holistic health and whatnot. And we decided tonight that I'm going to just do some top 20 frequently asked questions in the next 30 minutes. So get out your notepad if you have one, and you might want to jot some of these things down. They're never been heard from before. No, I'm joking. You hear them all the time. But they're in a systematic order to where people would normally ask you these typical questions. And, people want to know what's the answers to the common questions so I can be prepared without having to search through 5 million documents. So before I get started, I want to share with you the information that I'm sharing tonight is for informational purposes only. I am not a medical doctor, PhD in integrative and in functional medicine. So I focus in the holistic world. I'm not your medical doctor, but I am here to share with you tonight information about Lifewave's technology and how it can help you in your health journey, whatever that may be. But if you have questions about your health or medicines or anything like that, if you're pregnant, nursing, you know this field, check with your doctor, practitioner. They're going to be able to best guide you. I'm just going to give you information about how this technology can change your life. So let's start with number one. How do the patches work? Everyone asks that, right? How do these patches work? How do these little round band-aids actually work? So I'm going to give you a real simple answer to that. Lifewave's patches use phototherapy to reflect specific wavelengths of light into the skin, stimulating biochemical processes inside of the body without chemicals or drugs. Non-transdermal, nothing's entering the body when I put the patch on my skin, but yet wavelengths of light enter and cause some type of process to take place, whether it's activating a peptide or signaling a process in the body, okay? Number two, what makes X39 different from other patches? So X39 is the patch that I have right here, right now. Why is it on my hand? So you can see it. Okay, so this patch actually elevates and activates one specific peptide, and that peptide is GHKCU copper peptide. That peptide does a lot of things in the body. It's most commonly known as the fountain of youth. So you will find GHK in creams and serums for the face to get rid of lines and wrinkles and all that kind of stuff, right? So it's also known for reverse aging, right? Biohackers, they'll inject it and whatnot. It's great for wound healing. It's fantastic for cardiovascular, neurological benefits. But the biggest thing that GHK does is it resets or upregulates over 4,000 of your genes back to their young, youthful, healthy, perfect state. So I put this patch on, a wavelength of light enters my body, elevates GHK immediately, and that resets those genes. Our patent states that we elevate GHKCU copper peptide in the blood and in turn activate stem cells. So that is the big thing that X39 does. The other patches do not do that at all. They don't activate GHK. They have nothing to do with that process I just explained to you. Now, where should I place the patches? Question number 3. People ask me this all the time. Where do I put these patches? So I'm going to show you just a common instruction booklet here that I have because I keep them in my little patch bag.
Ladies, listen up. The video showing the pink salt trick that melts belly fat while you sleep.
So patches are all studied. Every single patch has been studied, clinical studies, double-blind placebo-controlled studies. They have suggested locations depending on the patch. Now, this is Silent Nights, so they have suggested locations on that. And here is, this one's Energy Enhancer. You can see there's 2 patches there, the tan and the white. And we've got the SP6, of course. That one goes on the left side of the leg. So each patch has its own instruction booklet with suggested locations based on the clinical studies. But they've all also been studied not using those locations, right? And so you can place the patch anywhere and still have effective results. When you're elevating peptides, like in the X39 and some of the other patches that elevate peptides, they work systemically. Peptides are chains of proteins, amino acids. They're the building blocks of the body. They're everywhere. So I can put a patch right here, and this elevates GHK throughout my entire body. I can put a patch on my lower back. I can put it, you guys always see it right here when I have a shirt on that has a V in it. Back and neck, bottom of your foot, it doesn't matter. The key is it does not work if you leave it in the package. The patch only works on the body, and the key is to get it on the body. And my next question number 4, how long should I wear a patch? So every patch is to be worn for 12 hours. 12 hours, 12 hours only. Take it off, throw it away, put on a new patch the next day after you've waited a 12-hour period. So 12 hours on to activate, elevate, mobilize, whatever it may be that it's doing that peptide does, and then 12 hours to give the body a break. Number 5, can patches be reused? No, they are a single use only. Now, I will say there's a caveat to this. Take the patch off, X39, put it on your pet, right? That's perfectly fine. A lot of us do that. They put it in their plant. You can definitely use the patch on the pet. There's a little bit left in there. So if you know how the patch works, inside of that patch is a crystalline lattice structure that's reflective. Those are molecules that have come together in that patch. And so they're sandwiched on this white part here in between the two polymer shells. And so when you put the patch on your body, that lattice is interacting with your body's heat. And so it starts to dissipate or break down over time. So you want to take it off and throw it away. If you go to put it back on the next day, it's not there. Okay, it's not working. So it's a 12-hour only, right? Plus our body needs that 12-hour break. We'll talk about that a little bit more in a little bit. So number 6, are Lifewave patches safe? Over 90 clinical studies confirm safety. We have to report if there are any adverse effects, and there are 0 from all of the patches, all of the studies. No interactions, contraindications, or adverse effects from any of our patches. I don't know much on the market that you can say that about, honestly. So patches are, again, non-transdermal. Nothing's entering the body but a wavelength of light. All right, number 7, what benefits can I expect? Oh, this is what everyone wants to know. What am I going to notice and how fast, right? That's number 7 and number 8. So number 7, what benefits can I expect? So reported benefits, and I'm just going to share some basics, right? And then we'll get just a teeny bit more into this. Improved energy, pain reduction, faster wound healing, better quality of sleep, cognitive improvements, clarity, brain fog lifted, improved skin, enhanced performance, physical performance, depending on the patch, of course. So most people will start to notice some changes in the first 3 to 6 weeks, some of the things that I mentioned. Sometimes people feel things before. I know I didn't. It was 3 weeks before I noticed something, and it was really more of the performance, the sports, and the gym, right, and the running and things like that I noticed a difference in. But people do experience things sooner, some later. That's just based on our studies. But really, people start to notice things over time as the peptides compound. When you activate peptides daily, they compound, meaning they start working better and they will multiply their effectiveness inside of your body with the consistency of you patching. So results are going to vary per person, what you expect. Obviously, there's not one single person on the planet out of 8 billion of us that have the same things going on physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. We are all different. Everyone has different environments inside of their body. And so there's no cookie cutter, if you have this issue, it's going to take this many days or this many weeks and you'll experience this. Remember, we're not a drug. So we're not making numbers look pretty with a pill. Right? We're actually getting to the root of the problem over time. That's what your body does, right? That's what those cells do. They get to the root of the problem.
There's one simple warm water hack that anyone can use to fight off nerve pain in just a few days. Did you know?
Number 8, how fast will I see results? And again, some will see results right away, others take days, weeks, some even take months. And when we look at like collagen production, that really doesn't kick in until 3 months in. You know, you start to lose collagen after age 18. Sorry. So 1% every single year, which is why you start to see more of the signs of aging, right, on the outside. But collagen is not just about the hair, skin, and nails. It's also about the inside of your body. It is responsible for your digestive and your metabolism. It's responsible for your joints, right? The glue that holds everything together. And so that collagen production doesn't even start to get ramped up until 90 days into patching. So if you're like, oh, I'll give it 90 days and we'll see where we're at, you're like, you haven't even got the collagen going yet. And we all know collagen is a peptide. Imagine that. And so we all know that using X39, elevating GHK, is impacting that collagen production your own, not putting an outside exogenous source in. And so what happens with that over time is increased collagen production, increased mobility, flexibility, right? Improvements in our hair and our digestive system and our metabolism as we start to reverse age. So the longer you patch, the more benefits you're going to see. Can I use Lifewave patches with medications or medical devices? This is number 9. Yep, you sure can. There's nothing that's entering the body. Patches don't interact with drugs or any type of medical implants. Rods, screws, pacemakers, shunts, you name it, replacements of parts of all kinds of bodies, right? Unless it's an organ that you weren't born with, that has been yours, taken out, and someone else's put in. That's not a medical device, of course. That's the only thing where we don't have clinical studies with transplants. And so we can't make any recommendations there. But if you've got a pig valve or you've got a bovine patch or something, you're perfectly fine. Okay. That's totally fine. Any kind of devices and medications, we have 0 interactions with them. Number 10, do I need to drink water while I'm using the patch? Yes. Hydration is essential for optimal performance of the Lifewave patches. 99.99999% of the time, I will ask people, how much water do you drink a day? Oh, I drink a lot. I drink a lot of water. And I'm like, great. Tell me the exact amount. Most people don't even know the exact amount. They're like, oh, gosh, I probably drink 64 ounces a day. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know. You weigh 120? Do you weigh 120 pounds? And they're like, no, I'm 210. I'm like, you're severely dehydrated. You're nowhere near the amount of water you need to consume on a daily basis for your weight. And do you drink coffee or any kind of caffeinated drinks or alcohol? Oh, well, then you're even more dehydrated. No wonder you feel like crap. So water is key to your health, period. You should be drinking half your body weight in ounces in water every day. If you don't like water, add lemon, lime, mint, cucumber, strawberry, pineapple. I don't care. Herbal tea is amazing for water consumption. If you want to use that, boil your own water. I boil my own water and make tea every single day in my little loose leaf tea, little tea bag things. That counts for water. You guys know cucumber, celery, watermelon, cantaloupe, honeydew, they all count for some water. But making sure you're staying hydrated is key, and that you're getting those electrolytes to pull the water into the cells and tissues so that you have the best results from the patches and that you feel the best. That's just the way it works. You must have water. All right, so that was number 10. Number 11, what is the difference between X39 and X49? Everyone asks me that because you're like, 39, 49, is one like better than the other? What do they do? So as I mentioned, X39 elevates GHK-Cu copper peptide. That peptide is systemic and it activates your stem cells systemically throughout your whole entire body. Those cells will go to work to repair and regenerate whatever's needed, and you cannot direct them. I can't put this here and make my cells go here to repair. I can't put it on my hip to repair my hip. This is not an injection. This is your body, which is very intelligent, doing what it wants to do in the order that the body deems necessary. That's 39. 49 is different. It activates different cells that are responsible for repairing and regeneration. They are not systemic, as in they don't go throughout the body and seek out. They elevate a peptide, the X49 elevates AHK, and AHKCU has an affinity for bone.
The number one food for regular BMs, huh? Okay, let's see.
Fastest way to clear out stuck poop.
And muscle, specifically when we look at the heart and when we look at the brain, when we look at the cardiovascular system and the circulation, oxygenation, and like I said, that increasing bone density and helping to stop bone loss and helping to reduce body fat, right? And build lean muscle mass. So 49 says sports, performance, improvement, cognition, right? Mental, cardiovascular, and really helping the body to function optimally. It works in synergy with the X39. Yes, it can be individual all by itself, but when you put the two together, they're mother-daughter peptides, and they work like a well-oiled machine. We see in our clinical studies massive differences in the improvement in using them together when we look at things like grip strength and bicep strength and core and endurance and pulse rate and recovery time. We see a huge improvement by bringing in that 49 as well. So difference there on those patches. Can I wear multiple patches at the same time? So number 12, can I wear multiple patches at the same time? Well, the patches are designed to be used in combination depending on your health goals. So David has invented 10 different patches over the last 20 years. And of course, each patch does something different, targeting a different organ or set of organs or a different system or triggering different processes in the body to set, again, the body into a balanced state. So yes, they can all be used individually and independently of themselves. And yes, you can use multiple patches at the same time. I do every single day, and I have from day one. But the key is there are some that are daytime only and some that are nighttime only. 3949 energy enhancer, daytime only. Energy, endurance, right? Activity in the brain and the body. Nighttime only. Silent nights, Alavita, elevating that melatonin, working in that brain, that HP access, helping to induce that sleep state, right? And so we want to use those in the evening time. The other patches can be day or night, but they can be worn. You can wear as many as you want. I always recommend start slow. Start with our dynamic duo, the X39 and the Eon. Work your way into the other patches as you go along in your patching journey. Get yourself in the habit of the water, 12 hours on, 12 hours off, that kind of thing, okay? Number 13. Do the patches deliver any ingredients into the body? No. The patches are non-transdermal. They stimulate the body using light. Nothing enters the body. And so the way to understand this is you've been in the sun, right? Now, obviously, I don't need the sun. I have my patch on right now, and it's nighttime, and the patch is working. You've been in the sun, though, and you know that when you're in the sun, specific wavelengths of light from the sun enter your skin, and they elevate vitamin D and melanin. You don't feel that happening. You don't see it happening, but you know that is scientific proof that the sun's rays elevate vitamin D. We also know sitting in saunas or going to have red light therapy or laser therapy, those wavelengths of light from the infrared sauna or from the laser or the red light therapy, those wavelengths of light enter the body, and they also cause different types of things to happen inside. We don't see or feel the light, but it's happening. Change happens. That's called photobiomodulation. So as in, again, nothing enters the body but a wavelength of light, and the wavelength of light creates change. So if you're okay with the sun, light therapy of any kind, then that's what this is. It's just a patch. It's a wearable light technology. So it's simple, it's easy, it's accessible. I don't have to go sit in my sauna in the gym. I don't have to go to get red light therapy or go to the chiropractor, the acupuncturist to get laser therapy. I don't have to do that. I don't even have to be in the sun at all, even though I love the sun. But I don't have to be in the sun. I just put my patch on and it does its job because it's using my body's heat or light that I emit as the power source. Number 14, and this is a big one. Are Lifewave patches FDA approved? So here's the thing I want you to know. Everything is either FDA cleared or not. We are FDA cleared in the general wellness sector. Phototherapy is what we're underneath the category of. We are cleared. We go through a very rigorous investigation of our clinical studies and our claims and our research and everything we're doing every 2 years. And so the FDA comes in, looks at and says, okay, here's what your patent state, here's what your study state, here's what you've shown to be true, la, la, la. Okay, you're fine. Yes, you're cleared again as a product to be able to use as a general wellness product in the category of phototherapy. It's no different than your vitamin C, your vitamin D. Those things are FDA cleared. Now, again, we are not a drug, right? FDA approved. Is that drug cleared or not? That's a little scary situation if you want to get into it with what's really happened with some of the things that they've cleared. Every drug, let's be honest, every drug has list of undesirable side effects, including death. We have 0 side effects, 0 adverse reactions at all. But your medications that are, oh, this is FDA approved, this is FDA cleared. Why? Like it can kill you. It can cause all these other things to happen in your life. And I understand sometimes we need medications. Of course, if you're in an emergent situation, like pump me full of everything to keep me going, right? And get my body back on track. But that is an emergent situation. So looking at what can I do on a daily basis to support my body in preventing these things from happening. Because I am in control of that, right? With my food, my lifestyle choices, my environment, my stress levels. I'm in charge of all of that because I'm my own individual person. So I can use this technology in a safe way and knowing that, yes, it is FDA cleared, but it's a little scary some of the other things they've cleared with all their undesirable side effects, but knowing that this is completely safe and absolutely miraculous in what happens with people when they wear this technology. Number 15, this is a big one. Can children patch or pregnant women use the patch? So I'll say this. The first 2 people I patched were my children. My daughter and my son both put the patch on them immediately. Didn't read any clinical studies or anything. I'm like, this does this. I want this on my children's body right now because it activates the body's own ability to repair itself with light. I'm in 100%. I understand light therapy. Obviously, I understand stem cells. I've been doing stem cell research and utilizing stem cell technologies for about 23 years. So for me, it was a no-brainer immediately to know that this was something that was going to be safe and effective and accessible for my children. That was my choice as a parent, just like it's someone else's choice to take their children through McDonald's.
Imagine making $453,000 in a single month as an affiliate.
We'll let that sink in. And I'm not saying I haven't done it. Okay, I get it. But, McDonald's is not the same as when we were kids. Let's be honest. It's very different now. It's not, no. What, Laura, how long do you have the fries and burger on your refrigerator, up on your top of your refrigerator? 22 years or something? Like, things are crazy, right? The food is not the food that it was in the past. So when I know that I have things that are harming my children, potentially, right? Their food source, their water source, their environment, their little shower gels, even their little Flintstone vitamins, right? Those things are so toxic. So knowing that this does not put anything in my body, it's not going to put anything in my kid's body either. If it's going to put my body into balance, it's going to put my kid's body into balance as well too, in a safe and effective and non-invasive way. So for me, I'm all for that. Give me all the things that are safe for my children. That's what I want, right? So that's your personal choice. All right. Number 16, how do I choose the right patch for me? Well, first of all, each patch targets a specific need. We always start with X39. X39 is for repair and regeneration. Your body's own cells will go to work wherever is needed over time. You just wear that every day for 12 hours. It will eventually cross all the things off your list. After that, I honestly recommend the Eon. Eon reduces the inflammation. It brings the nervous system into balance. Everyone has inflammation. Everyone's nervous system is shot. We know they're stressed to the max. So even the little kids, right, with all the stuff going on neurologically, like their brains are stressed. So we can help them bring that nervous system into balance. We see that and help reduce inflammatory markers. After that, consult with the person that invited you here. They're going to be able to help you customize the technology that works best for you based on your needs and show you, your little pamphlets on what the types of things that the patches do and whatnot, the little summaries. So you can talk to them about that. I'm not going to go into what patches are right for every person, other than I will say X39 for sure and Eon 100% after that. Number 17, do the patches expire? Absolutely. They have expiration dates on them. We say about 18 months. That's about the shelf life. So if you have patches beyond that, then they may or may not be effective, depending on if you've left them in your house or left them in your car. So that's another reason why we don't buy them off of those other third-party reseller sites, because God knows what's happened to those patches and if they're effective at all. Number 18, can I wear the patches while sweating or in the water? So keep in mind, the first patch, Energy Enhancer, was invented for the Navy SEALs. Those men are in the water, right? So after that, David did a lot of research at Stanford University with the USA Olympic gold medalist female athletes. So again, in the water, right? Testing these patches with people that were swimming. So you can sweat in them, you can swim in them, you can shower in them. I will tell you, down here in Florida, sometimes the patches may fall off if you're sweaty. If you're super sweaty, when it gets down here and the humidity is 110 and the temperature is 110, sometimes they may be sliding off. So I just stick them down in my sports bra or in my shorts or in my socks. Again, it doesn't matter where you have them on your body. The key is that they're on the body. So just stick them in your boxers or whatever. I don't know, but you're fine to shower in them. We sit in the sauna in our patches. I know Laura, we go to the beach. She's in the, she and Tommy, we're in Mexico. We're out on the boat, right? We're doing all the things in the water and in the sun, and it's perfectly fine. I will tell you though, Trey's notorious for coming home. He likes to wear one of his patches on his shoulder, and he'll have a white dot there, like a tan line. Like when you were young and you had the little heart on your body in the tanning bed. No one ever did that. I just made that totally up. So anyway, number 19, what happens if I forget to remove a patch after 12 hours? Same thing to everyone. You turn into a pumpkin at midnight. That's it. You're done. We'll see you on another life. No, I'm just joking. So if you forget to take it off in the morning, throw it away, wait 24 hours would be ideal, right? Give your body a little break because you've activated it for 24 hours. It's like, wow. So give it a break and then patch again the next day. But don't make it a habit. Like if you can't remember, set an alarm. That's why you have this phone, right? Everyone walks around with this thing attached to their hip. So just set an alarm on your phone. Patches on, patches off, patches on, patches off. Brent keeps his by his toothbrush. That way he has patches on in the morning when he brushes his teeth, patches off when he brushes his teeth. Easy peasy, okay? Number 20, and here we are with 2 minutes left. I love it. Are there clinical studies behind these products? So here is what I absolutely love about Lifewave. David has been diligent, not just himself. Of course, he has spent and is still in the lab researching and inventing new technologies and taking more patents and more patents, right? He's over 200 patents now. But I love that Lifewave has clinical studies from researchers and doctors around the globe. You have access to all of these in your back office. You can see there's a tab that says studies. They've actually added a lot more here recently. I highly recommend you go get them and save those PDFs to your desktop. I did. I put them all in a folder labeled clinical studies, but they have new ones because they're always doing new studies and there's new ones on the site. So your back office under resources tab has the studies tab, and then you can find them all right there.
Why is Amazon paying me $600 a day? Because I use Amazon AI.
The thing is, we have double-blind, placebo-controlled, peer-reviewed clinical studies. That's the highest level of scrutiny. And again, we're not studying diseases, right? We're not going to talk about, this fibromyalgia or this CP or this MS or this XYZ, ABC, 1, 2, 3s, all the things they have thrown around out there. We are looking at functionality in the body. You weren't born with that ABC disease. You were born fine, right? 99.9% of us. You developed that because your body has gotten out of balance. Is it a nutrition, deficiency? Is it a over toxicity in your body? Was it an accident? What happened? I don't know, but I know that your body has gotten out of balance for some reason. So what happens is the body knows how to get itself back in balance when you activate the correct processes. And that's what this does. This brings the body, the organ, the system back into balance. And so when you look at our studies, that's what you're going to see. Organ function, system function, cellular function. What is my body doing performance-wise? On instantaneously. Day 1, day 2, 7 days, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months out. What is happening with this technology from consistent use? That's what you'll find in our clinical studies. So I hope tonight was helpful. I hope you've learned something new and found some valuable information in these 20 FAQs. And we'll be able to utilize these to help other people. Of course, the recording will be up on my YouTube channel here shortly.